Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. What you see behind me is a new BMX slash mountain bike roll-in ramp. So if you noticed, I've been posting some more BMX content lately. I've got a son that's kind of gotten into it, and we're quite a ways away from any official BMX tracks. So what that means is that we've decided to build our own. But the first step in having a good BMX track is having a good starting ramp. So this is the view from the top. Obviously I started on top of this shipping container. And then I've got a series of 3 posts. Well, 3 levels, 6 posts in total. The only supplies that I actually bought for this project were 4 pieces of plywood. And we oil stained all the 2x4s and all the plywood. And, well, I bought the plywood and I bought some screws. So, all told, I'm probably less than 200 bucks into this. I had all of these 2x4s left over from when my house got built. So when the ramp ends there at the ground, we've got probably one more tree to take out. But essentially, you can see that brush pile there in the middle. That's where the first berm will be, and we'll go back left, probably another right, and then I've got some jumps already built as part of a sort of a pit bike track that we had going, but we're going to kind of adapt that to the BMX track. So I've got some different ideas about how we're going to do that, but the ramp was a big part of it. The rest of it's obviously a lot more tractor work, so the dirt work should go a little easier, if not faster, but pretty happy with the way the ramp turned out. It's really sturdy and should serve us well. What follows is just going to be some spliced together clips of building this ramp, and I'm going to have another video, probably a series of videos to follow this as we go ahead and get started with the track. I've got some plywood. We've got a shipping container here. The ramp is going to start at the top. We're going to roll in. We're going to come roughly straight out from here. In addition to the plywood, I've got the boys loading up a bunch of 2x4s from the stack. We're going to build the rest of the frame out of 2x4s, and we're going to first put them down here on these pieces of plywood, and we're going to stain them all with used motor oil to try to help the longevity of the wood a little bit. So,
what are these things under? Like, you could just put these in the edges and they'll just do it all.
I'm going to call day 1 done and dusted. Got the first section of the ramp, the framing anyway, put together on top of the shipping container, and got a bunch more boards oil stained and ready to go for the next section. We stained a bunch more boards yesterday. Now I'm doing the layout for the rest of the ramp. Just gotta pull the string line off the off an oil jug here. Got a couple stakes up there against the container, and just laying out the post positions with some wood. I'll come back and dig some holes before we get the post digger over here, but essentially it's going to go straight toward what is now that brush pile. It's obviously very important to have friends that'll loan you helpful tools like this. Time to dig some holes.